What's going on, boys? Happy official release day. And that being said, if you guys want to dominate college football 25, you guys need to stick around to the end of the video. I have a full, comprehensive offensive scheme for you. You guys are going to love it. Let's get into it. All right, boys, we went over a very long, comprehensive game plan in my last video going over single back A slot. Today, we're going to be going over single back wing. And if you guys didn't know, it's the same personnel. It's going to be 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and 1 running back. We're going to be able to audible over to single back wing from the single back A slot, and we're going to be able to take all those fabulous plays that we had in single back A slot over to single back wing with a couple clicks over. So I'm going to show you guys my favorite plays in single back wing, and I'm going to show you guys how to beat every single coverage with just these 4 audibles. So before we get into our audibles, I know everybody's not going to run this exactly the same way I do. I like to come out in single back A slot because of the variety of different play calls we have in single back A slot. If you guys didn't check out that video, you really need to. It's the best, I think the best formation in the game that I have found so far. I love it. It beats every single coverage. Very, very simple, very easy to run with some great run plays. Speaking of great run plays, we have some fantastic run plays in single back wing. We have the HB slash fake end around. We have the PA end around, the end around lead. We have the duo, the counter U, HB power. We have stretch alert, looky. We have zone toss. We even have close zone STRG. We have zone weak, we have split alert looky, we have HB slant 18. This is one of the best running formations in the game, far to none. If you guys have not checked this out, I highly recommend that you do. We have a variety of different run plays that we can run out of this. If you guys want to come out in a run play, audible over to single back A slot, or vice versa, you can do it however you want, but the flexibility of this is phenomenal. I'm going to show you guys just a couple run plays before we get into some pass plays. The stretch alert looky, one of the most popular run plays in the game every single year. That got blown up, but that is not normally how that works. Really, that was just bad stick by me. If I'm a little bit more patient, I'm going to be able to get to the outside. I hit sprint a little bit too early, but you guys see there's definitely some explosive possibilities with the stretch alert looky. We also have a kind of more inside zone stretch alert. We can always throw the slant on the backside as well, but I want to go over the end around lead, which is really, really good against man blitzes. You guys are going to get phenomenal separation. As long as you guys can get to the outside, you're going to be picking up a ton of yards with this. You guys see we are able to get to the outside here, and we're going to be able to take this all the way to the crib. If you're facing a heavy man blitz, you definitely want to have this in your audibles. All right, so let's get into one of the more famous plays in Madden history, tight end attack. It is really good every single year. This year is no different. The cool thing about this tight end attack is that we don't have 3 tight ends. We have 2 tight ends and 2 receivers. And this play is just as deadly no matter what. What I like to do against man coverage, go ahead and put my running back on a Texas route. We snap the ball, and the main thing we're going to be looking for is this post. As soon as he hits the break, we're going to be able to possession catch that just like so. If you guys wait a little bit longer, you can even rack catch it. This is going to beat man literally every single time, and you're going to be able to take this all the way to the crib for a huge touchdown. What we also have on the backside is the Texas route to the running back. Now that we don't need Hot Route Master for this route, it's going to be incorporated into a lot of offenses, but you guys see how good this tight end post really is. It's going to fry his man every single time, and that is a much faster safety on that tight end. If you guys want to switch it up a little bit, what you can also do is put circle on a comeback route. Very, very consistent against man coverage. You guys see, throw a little bit early, we're picking up 20 consistently. We're not going to go over a lot of cover 2 because you're not going to see a lot of cover 2. But if you do see cover 2, this play is great for it. So I'm going to go into a normal cover 2 hard flat, which you're going to see most of the time with cover 2. And again, you can put your running back on a Texas route if you want to. But what we're going to be really looking for is this fade to the outside. You guys see we're taking that all the way to a crib for an easy touchdown. Now, it looks like a sketchy throw. It's really not. As soon as you see him pass that flat, if you see it's a deep half over top, you're going to be able to throw it. You can throw it just like so. Throw it a little bit early, make it not so sketchy. Make somebody miss, you're taking this all the way to the crib. What we can also do is, if you don't like that throw, you can wait on R1 to cross the face of this deep half, throw it just like so, pick up a ton of yards. If that throw is a little bit too sketchy for you, you can go ahead and streak X, and you can do the same thing, and that throw is going to be not nearly as tight. You guys see he actually bumped a little bit right there, but they get way more open when you streak X. If you don't want to streak X, what you can do is you can put your running back on a table route to the opposite side of the field, and you can wait for X to cross over to the other side of the field, make somebody miss, take it all the way into the crib for an easy touchdown against any kind of cover 2 defense. What's great about this play is how good it is against cover 3. What I really like about it is that you're going to be able to throw R1 against pretty much any kind of zone coverage, but especially cover 3. Just like that, possession, catch it every time. It is going to be absolutely unstoppable. You can also hit the tight end post over that curl flat as long as you have time. You guys see he gets open, and we're going to pick up about 30 yards just like that. But the main thing right here that we're going to be looking for is R1. He's literally going to be open every single time. As long as you have time to throw it, you're going to be able to make that catch. It might look a little bit sketchy. I promise it's not. This is a consistent cover 3 beater. It might not be a one-play touchdown, but you're going to pick up a ton of yards as long as you time it right. I didn't time it right there, but trust me, just wait till he gets over the hook zone, makes that little cut, possession catch, easy 30 yards. Cover 4 is not going to be much different. Really, you're going to be able to make this R1 catch against any kind of zone coverage. It might be a little bit sketchier against cover 4, but it is still a throwable ball. If you want to streak X, like I said earlier, to make it a little bit easier, you can. He will pull back that inside quarter and allow you to throw that just like so, and you're going to pick up a ton of yards either way. But like I said, you don't have to. If you don't want to streak that tight end post, you don't have to. That tight end post is really good on its own. You can make this throw literally every single time, no matter what. You just have to pass lead it right. I pass lead it a little bit wrong right there. Really, you want to pass lead it a little bit behind him. And by doing so, you're going to have an easy possession catch just like this. And then again, you can always put your running back on a table route instead of a Texas route. You can wait for X to cross the field, and you can make an easy throw just like that. We missed the throw, and that hook zone matched a little bit, but nonetheless, this is wide open against literally any kind of zone coverage. The next play I'm going to talk about is close PA sail. And I can show you guys against man coverage real quick. This play is great against man coverage. I actually like running this to the wide side of the field against man, and really all I'm going to do here is drag X, and I'm going to block my running back. And you guys are going to notice that this tight end corner route fries man every single time, especially if you get that press animation. These big body tight ends are going to beat those safeties on that press animation literally every single time. The tight end drag is going to do a really good job against man. The post over the top also fries man coverage as long as you wait long enough, and then of course you have circle on the backside dig. This is a phenomenal play against literally any kind of coverage. Man is no different. If you want to, you can put your running back on a Texas route. Texas routes are really good against any kind of coverage, especially man, but this post from circle does a really good job at beating his man as well. It's really just a matter of what kind of zone they're playing over the top. If it's a cover 2, kind of, like a 2-man under, that post is going to be a lot easier to throw in a tight window. Sometimes you get like a little bump animation, but you guys see that is open right there, even though it got knocked out, even with an inside third in the middle of the field. And just to demonstrate against 2-man under, just so I'm not in cover 1 the whole time, what I like to do is go ahead and fade square, put my running back on a Texas route, and go ahead and drag X. Pretty much the same setup, except we get rid of the in route, and that's going to allow us to clear out that deep zone, and we're going to be able to throw that post over the middle. Of course, we get hit when we're trying to demonstrate this right here, but it's a very quick, easy setup. We're going to go ahead and snap the ball, and as long as we have time, we're going to be able to throw this post over the top, just like so, possession catch, easy 30 to 35 yards. I'm not going to get into a ton of cover 2 in this video, just because cover 2 is so easy to beat, guys. If you guys didn't check out my last video on ace slot, or even the first part of this video talking about tight end attack, you should not struggle with any kind of average cover 2 whatsoever. It is way, way too easy to beat. What I do want to talk about, though, is cover 3. I'm going to come out in a cover 3 hard flat. It doesn't really matter what kind of cover 3. And if we actually move the ball to the other side of the field, so we have our guys to the wide side of the field this time, all we have to do to set this up is go ahead and put square on a comeback route, we're going to streak R1. We can actually block this tight end if we want to, and we're just going to snap the ball. And you guys are going to notice this post just gets wide open over the top. It's going to be a one-play touchdown literally every single time. You just have to have time to throw it. We can leave him on that flat delay route if we want to, get an extra blocker in there, and you guys see how wide open this is. It's going to be a one-play touchdown literally every single time. I pass led that very, very poorly, and we still had a wide open one-play score. This time I actually forgot to put the in route onto a comeback route. So square on a comeback route, go ahead and streak R1. And if you want to, you can actually mix it up a little bit. You don't have to streak R1. You can streak X as well. Either one is going to work. You can leave that corner out there if you want to, and you can still bomb cover 3 just the same. I'll try to demonstrate that right here. I'm actually going to block my running back instead of leaving the play action this time. Hopefully that'll give us a little bit more time. It did. You guys see circle, wide open, easy one-play score. And the bonus that you have added if you streak X is that you still have that corner route from the other tight end, and that's going to do a really good job at getting underneath any kind of inside thirds and give you another check down to the opposite side of the field. So if we run this to the short side of the field, the cover 3 bomb is not going to work the same, but the cover 3 flood concept that we're going to use with that tight end corner route is going to work even better. You can even smart route it if you want to, make it run a little bit deeper. The post is going to clear out any kind of third on that side of the field, and you're going to have a wide open dot literally every single time. We'll talk about cover 4 briefly too, but what we really want to do is the same thing that we used to beat cover 3, we're going to use to beat cover 4. So I'm going to turn that post into a fade. I'm going to smart route the corner route, and we're going to have the sideline wide open. These flood concepts are so good against literally any kind of zone coverage. Very poor pass lead by me right there, but nonetheless, we are still going to have this wide open every single time. Even without the smart route. See, now we're kind of in no man's land right there because he's playing in between the flat and the corner route. That's why I like to smart route it. One, you always have the flat we can check down super easily right there, but you guys see how easy of a throw that corner route is. You shouldn't be struggling against any kind of base defense whatsoever with this scheme. And what I mean by that is we have a ton of versatility. I'm going to go over the play PA Power O now, and this does a really good job against literally every kind of zone coverage too. But first, let's talk about man, and I showed you guys how well these tight end corner routes do against man coverage. It's really, really consistent. This is how I like to set it up against man. But the cool thing about this is we also have this crossing route, which just absolutely shreds man coverage. It's not a normal crossing route, it's a crossing route from the outside receiver, not one that you normally get with like a hot route kind of thing. We have the tight end corner route, which does a really good job against man as well. As you guys can see, we can throw that literally every single time. You can do whatever you want with the running back. If you want to put him on a table route, Texas route, in route, out route, you can do just that. But this is going to be super consistent. You guys see we have the running back out route. We're going to be able to throw it, rack it upfield, pick up a ton of yards really easily. So against the cover 3, you can run this short side or wide side. I do recommend doing something with the tight end. You can even just block him if you want to, and then put your running back on a in route, out route, or what I like to do is the table routes because it kind of gives me a check down option to the flat. But we're going to have a clear out on that sideline. You guys are going to be able to have an easy throw to the sideline against literally any kind of zone coverage, whether it's cover 2, cover 3, or cover 4. With this super deep tight end corner route right here, if you want to, you can do something like this, give you another option over the middle of the field with a running back streak. I like these quite a bit. You can do a whole lot with your running back. Your running back is a huge weapon in the pass game, especially in this game. I do recommend hot routing that tight end just because he runs a kind of strange motion delay route. If you don't, I'll snap the ball and show you guys. He kind of runs in like he's going to run like a power O, and then he kind of runs back out just like that. So if you don't want that, I do recommend you hot route him. It takes a little bit longer, and it's kind of annoying, honestly. It doesn't do much for the play except annoy me. So I like to get it off the field. And against zone coverage also, we have a circle over the middle of the field, which is a very good check down. The CPU actually baited me kind of crazy by matching onto that corner route, and then getting back to the crosser. But nonetheless, we have a very, very nice play here. If you guys have time in the pocket, you can actually turn that corner route into a smart routed in route or out route rather. And if you can wait until that crosser gets to the other side of the field, you're going to have that wide open just like so. I got something in my eye, and I was unable to throw that right there, but you guys saw how open it was. So last but not least, we're going to get into a couple plays that are not in our audibles, and we're not going to go over the PA Power O against any kind of cover 4 because it's pretty much the same as we're going to use against cover 3. Same kind of route concepts, flood the sideline, attack it with different levels, and the crosser coming across the field. We're going to attack it exactly the same way. We're going to make the same throws and the same reads. One thing I do want to talk about is close PA cross. Now, this is a play that's not in our audibles, but it is very good against man coverage. Literally, all you have to do is snap the ball, and we're going to have the drag. We have the crosser, and then you can do whatever you want with the running back. You can keep the play action or cancel the play action. I do recommend canceling the play action most of the time in this game because I feel like it makes the pass rush a little bit better, as you guys see right there. But we also have this deep down the field if we do have time to throw it. You can actually smart route it and make it run a little bit shallower, and that's going to help it cross face of this safety a little bit quicker. You can do whatever you want with the running back, but the crosser and the drag are going to be the main things we're looking for. You guys see how much separation this crosser gets against man coverage. Let me show you guys some setups against zone. So this is another one of those plays that has a little bit different of alignment, but against zone, I got another cover 3 beater for you. I got you, fam. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put circle on a comeback route, and we're going to put our running back on a streak. And what that's going to do is clear out that inside third and give us just enough leverage to throw this one-play touchdown over the top to square as long as we have time. We do have time, and you guys see how wide open that is right there. Another cool thing about this is that we can put R1 on a crosser, and we can put X on a drag. And then we can do the same kind of thing right here. Then we're also flooding that left sideline, giving us multiple options to throw to. We can hit the streak to the running back really late as well because it's clearing out that deep zone. Now, that's not something I recommend that you do every single time. It is a little bit of a sketchy throw, but if you do have the throw power, it is a throw that you can make pretty consistently. What I'm looking for is this one-play touchdown over the top, and you guys see how wide open that post is getting. I just don't have time to throw it, unfortunately. The only thing you really need is that post and the comeback route, though, and you're going to be able to make this throw very, very consistently. Now, the running back streak does help clear out any kind of zones, and it also cancels that play action. Like I said, play action is a recipe for getting sacked in this game for whatever reason, but as long as you have time, you're going to be able to make that throw. Unfortunately, I don't have time because practice mode chat's really crazy, but you guys saw how open it was. And the last play I'm going to show you is going to be the play drive, which does a really, really good job at attacking cover 4. We'll come out in cover 4 drop here just so we don't get the crazy pass rush, but really all you want to do here is go ahead and streak R1, and you snap the ball. Now, it doesn't beat it over the top per se, but it does a really good job. Actually, kind of did beat it over the top right there, to be completely honest with you. I just didn't pass lead it too well, but it does a really good job at attacking the middle of the field. What I like to do is smart route X, make it run a little bit deeper, just a little bit, and we're going to be able to hit that post in that little sweet spot right there. Pass lead it down, and you're going to have a huge gain literally every single time. A couple different things you can do. If you want to, you can go ahead and do something like this, a deep cross on that side of the field to open the field up a little bit more even. But in general, this does a really good job at beating all kinds of cover 4. Not really the best route combo right there because we're in the middle of the field. Really all you need to do is go ahead and put R1 on a streak, snap the ball, and you're going to have this open literally every time. It's just a matter of how you pass lead it. Pass lead it down. It's an easy 30 yards. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. I try to make it a little bit more short and sweet this time. I will have part 3 to my offensive game plan coming out tomorrow and my defensive game plan coming out the next day. Happy release day, boys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you slam that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Turn that notification bell on so you're notified every time we put another video out. Just like this, we're going to be posting 5 days a week for the foreseeable future. I'm super excited for the release of Madden, and we're going to be grinding NCAA up until then and beyond. I appreciate you, boys. As always, it's your boy Killer Cam Friend. Until next time, peace.